Good evening, esports fans. This is Bang on My Drums, bringing you an exciting Thirsty Thursday installment of the FIMU Alpha Overwatch League inaugural season of Overwatch 2. This is Bang on My Drums. We are excited to have first-time co-caster in the booth, Mix Yen. Welcome to the stream. We're excited to have you here. You might know her as the better half of League mainstay Shushi. And of course, on cams, the esteemed, the most excellent Stack Monster. So tonight's contest, No Cap versus Studio 69. And boy, is it going to be a fun game. Both of these teams definitely looking to increase their leads this evening as far as the standings are concerned. We've already got the map set up. It's going to be Oasis. You see Zoloft is going to be subbing in for Studio 69 tonight as they were down one of their primary support players. And we've got the ready signals from both captains already. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Little King of the Hill action to get things started in Oasis University. And here we go. The map starting off with probably the most brawl-centric map of the three. Because you've just got that big flat area in the middle with a nice little hole in the center. And I'm excited to see what kind of comps these guys run. Oh, we got Joey Flame Chaser and his trusty Reinhardt. Lennox on the opposing side. They're going to run the Winston. Oh my god. The first cap Torb Hammer duel. I don't know if chat can see this right now, but I'm honestly kind of excited at the idea of this happening. I don't think it really will. I see Novus has actually selected the Torbjorn, but I do not really expect him to go through with it. No, Lennox is back on the Winston here. Thought he was going to run Junker Queen for a second there, but no, nobody's going to actually do the Torb duel. I'm a little sad. I would have loved to see it. But here we go. We've got Dragon Novus on DPS on the side of No Cap. So, scary DPS duo right there. This fight starting off with Studio 69 already taking possession of that side high ground up on coast. Flame Chaser and company just going to hang out nice and tight here. Right outside point. They haven't actually tried to walk onto point yet. Flame Chaser's going to turn around as Lennox dives in and is going to pin him, but Zoloft is going to take out Novus. So already we've got a man down on the side of No Cap as they push into the side room here at the back of point. And Flame Chaser's now going to run in there, swing just as hard as he can. You can see the Sojourn from Static trying to get some picks here, but so far no other deaths coming out. You see DDR Daikenkai floating around. Already a shatter comes up from Flame Chaser, and he's going to get that hammer kill on Zoloft with the shatter. And Bonsley Toss just flapping away. Static is going to eventually take him out, and Static now just bullied into a corner. Down goes DDR Daikenkai and Lennox with some help from Dreg there, and Static, oh man, Flame Chaser wanted that pin, but Novus shot him down first. And there's your first team fight. Flame Chaser in the chat apologizing for the absolute Chad Heart action there with that shatter. But I think we all know he's not that sorry. And here we go. Second team fight already starting here. We see Lennox going to swap onto the Reinhardt. Flame Chaser dives in. The Dreg Genji Blade is out in full force. The beat comes out from DDR Daikenkai to keep his team in the fight. Zoloft's going to pop the Coalescence. Lennox did drop out of the fight, but Zoloft did manage to take out Dreg there, so a big cancel on that ult. But down goes DDR Daikenkai. Steck managing to take out Bonsley Toss. Another shatter comes out. Down goes Zoloft again. Flame Chaser just bullying her right now. And there he goes with the charge kill onto Viral Logic. And Dreg's on point now. They're getting the duel against Static. Because Static did manage to take out Flame Chaser. Dreg's the only one there, and he's going to have to back out. Man, what a series of events. Just really riveting gameplay, and despite that 43% capture progress, that was basically just two very close back-to-back team fights. So here we go, Flame Chaser once again swinging away here. Lennox trying to hold still, keep his team steady as they try to engage here. Flame Chaser missing that charge, Static getting taken out with a hammer kill. Unfortunately, Studio 69 just kind of walked off point there. So here we go, though. Another big charge kill. Fire Logic didn't quite die. Lennox is going to respond with the Shatter. He's going to swing hard, try to make something happen there. And there's a response Shatter from Flame Chaser. The Fire Strike takes out another one right away. The follow-up on Zoloft to swap to the Baptiste. And Flame Chaser trying to catch Static with the charge. Didn't quite make it. Man, what a turnaround for No Cap. Studio 69 really had some presence there, but they just kind of backed off. Oh, poor Bonsley toss. That is going to leave Flame Chaser rather high and dry here as the Death Blossom goes up from Fire Logic to take out Digital Love in the back. And that's a solid recap there for Studio 69. By the way, Mixian, Studio 69 is the blue team, and No Cap is the red team.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, I realized I kind of glossed over all that, so...
No, it's okay. I do understand the very basics of this game. For those watching at home, I've played this game like twice.
Listen, you can still appreciate the artistry that is the absolute clusterfuck that some of these team fights have been. You see right now...
I feel like I've definitely seen some great team fights so far this season of the matches that I have been watching. Again, this is no different.
We've seen now Studio 69 once again losing the point there. Flame Chaser, again, making his presence very well known. Virologic's going to try and teleport in. He's going to get the back cap, but the Shatter coming out from Flame Chaser isn't going to really do much to stop him, although several members of Flame Chaser's team did double back there. Here comes another Genji Blade. Static's going to be taken out there. So goes down Lennox and DDR Daikin Kai, and that is round number 1. That's what put Joey in chat. He literally hit Jess with every single one of his shatters. It's just rude.
For a team that's called No Cap, they sure did cap that. But
Hey.
I'm sure I'm not the first person this season to make that joke. And if I am, then what are you guys doing?
I mean, honestly, I've casted one of No Cap's other games, and to all of our viewers, I would like to formally apologize. Because I did not do that once. And I usually make the terrible puns. I mean, for people in this league who've been around long enough, they know that I famously made up the term Ponzotes. Unironically. Stek, I believe you were also there for that. Although you can't, nobody can hear him, but in the viewers, but he knows, or they know.
I'm proud of you.
I did it. I think Drake called for a pause. Okay, he did. Yes. So a little something there. So apparently we're just technical difficulties. But
we're
it do be like
gameplay. Hey, that's fine because my game keeps crashing and I don't know why. And it literally has not done this until today.
All right. And it looks like we're good. So we unpause. And Drake had his ping at 1,000. Yikes. It's like, well, it sounds like somebody needs to turn off their lag switch. We play fair in this league. Thank you very much. And Booney's internet, very cool. Oh, man. Yeah, that's definitely the benefit of living in a major city is fiber. But, hey, listen, you make do with what you got. And speaking of making do with what you got, we see Studio 69 has flipped the point there. Well, not flipped the point, but they actually capped there. So No Cap now looking to cap. After a little getting a little bit hamstrung there with some lag, which does happen from time to time. We see now all of No Cap just getting to point except for Virologic, who's there by himself with the shit. Oh man, Flame Chaser was trying to predict when he would come out of that fade and just didn't quite pull it off. I know he's going to be salty about that because I would. Although, Joey's not really a salty person, but about as salty as you could expect to be. And meanwhile, Novus and Digital are getting picked off there. Unfortunately, Flame Chaser just seems to be a little bit out of his sync with his team here. He does go down to Virologic, and a solid recap for Studio 69. That point never actually did flip, so they're now at 45% capture progress. And that puts them very close to the halfway point here, for those of you who can do math. And
Not
here
me.
we go. And here we are, next fight already underway. Virologic floating his way in, trying to get a Blossom off, and he gets pretty much doinked right out of it there by Flame Chaser. I hate to say it, but that was rather telegraphed on his part. And here comes the beat to engage from Bonsly Toss. Digital Love gets hacked, but they're still going to be able to make something happen here. Bonsly, Dieter Daikenkai going down to the Fire Strike of Flame Chaser. And Flame Chaser gonna charge Zoloft straight to death, even though it takes him off of the point. Lennox is on point now there, popping the Angry Monkey, trying to make something happen. And Flame Chaser just gonna throw that hammer in a circle. And that is going to be, oh, no, there's somebody still on point. It's that Sombra from Static. He is still managing to hang on, but Novus is gonna pick him off. DDR Daikenkai manages to stall for a last minute. They are 95% capture progress, so honestly, if you're Studio 69, you are totally fine with that. It's one fight territory. You've got 2 ults to work with because you've got Beat and you have EMP, and the EMP alone could very easily win you that fight if you get enough people in it. So we're definitely looking for some big plays here from Static. The EMP comes off, but so does the Shatter. Static gets to pick on Novus, but Flame Chaser gets Zoloft once again. I swear to Flying Spaghetti Monster, he has just got it out for her tonight, and has just generally been focusing the supports of Studio 69, which has been working very well for him, but unfortunately he is now by himself as a result and doesn't touch point. So it is 1-1, a tie game here as we go to round number 3. And I agree, Jess. Joey is absolutely bullying you, and, you know, I don't know. It'd be like that sometimes. It does work. As the Indomitable Stack said, they did make the point that it does in fact work, and you really can't question it. You know, tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that. Magnus, how did they work?
I'm gonna tell you, I don't really know what's happening, but tides are exciting. So this is some exciting gameplay, if you ask me.
Absolutely. You'd love to see it go to the 3rd round. Just the fact that you get to see more Overwatch. Me personally, even when I'm playing, I hate it when games are 2-0. It's just less fun. And hey, you know, maybe Studio 69 is just a second and third point kind of team. Maybe No Cap wanted to give them a false sense of security. Only time will tell. We see the fight already taking place here on high ground. Studio 69 forcing No Cap to back up as they pinch to them pretty hard. Down goes Flame Chaser, but Lennox also getting taken out in the course of that fight. Dreg just being an absolute menace on the Genji here, but Digital Love goes down. So the deficit now in favor of Studio 69 as Virologic helps follow up on Bonsly Toss there. Down goes Novus, and that is going to be a cap for Studio 69. So once again, starting things off with a cap. No Cap a bit on the disadvantage here on their heels, trying to get regrouped. And we see Static just hanging out, floating around in their backline, just harassing the heck out of Novus right now. And he's going to go ahead and teleport away as the rest of his team heads to point to try and start this fight. Flame Chaser's going to charge into his own team's backline. He grabs Lennox, and Dreg's going to help finish him off as he was going to have him off the map. Either way, Static did get the pick on Novus there, but Dreg in the meantime is just harassing the supports of Studio 69. Virologic did get a pick there, but it's not going to be enough. Down goes Static, and with 37% capture progress, the point is going to flip. Virologic getting staggered there by Dreg. And we just see Studio 69 chilling. They're waiting. Gonna see what's happening here. Flame Chaser throwing a couple little scant fire strikes to spy check a little bit. See Static already hacked that health pack in the center there, outside point. Gonna give himself a nice little point to fall back to here. And the Shatter! How did he know Static was there? I could have sworn he was cloaked, but here we go. The Genji Blade comes out to follow up. Down goes Zoloft. Down goes Virologic. Dreg is a madman on a mission. It's just Lennox on the point by himself, and he's not going to last very long. And man, oh man, what a shatter from Flame Chaser. Just 180'd and made Static regret all of his life choices.
Rest in pieces.
Very much so. Because that is either second or third solo shatter of the night. Where he just said, nah, you're just going to die now. So here we go. You see Studio 69 making their final approach here. Or not final approach, but not very many left. You see a big Death Blossom and EMP combo. Unfortunately, no immediate picks. Novus is going to respond with the Tac Visor. And here comes the Kiriko ult, which is just going to speed up his damage even more. Greg is going to follow up with a nice little pick into kill feed there. And that is going to be a very decisive team wipe for No Cap as they approach the 80% mark here. And this is now definitely getting into last fight territory. And Studio 69 has beat. That is the only ult they have online. Flame Chaser doesn't have Shatter yet, but he will no doubt have it very soon. So realistically, DDR Daikin guys gotta be holding onto that Shatter for when, onto the beat for when Joey shatters, in the hopes that he doesn't get caught in it. And here's the beat. He's gonna do it early. Virologic getting a couple picks there. Zoloft's helping out with that Dirty Orb. That's gonna finish off Novus. Lennox jumping in, helping finish off Flame Chaser. And we see now it's just the Genji left. He's gonna get flattened by Lennox. And what a point flip at 99%. Studio 69 managing to claw victory back from the jaws of defeat and live to fight another time. We see, looks like no comp changes on the side of No Cap. They're going to just keep things exactly as they are. The Flame Chaser and company going to walk through the side approach to point here. Just keep that shield up and let his team go and take that high ground where both supports are. We see the Sombra's going to get the hack on Flame Chaser. It's going to cause him to give pause for just a second here. Lennox is up there trying to make something happen. Down goes Digital Love. Down goes Novus. Lennox did get picked off. And another Shatter comes out, followed by the Genji Blade. DDR Daikin guy did manage to help pick off Flame Chaser, but Zoloft's going to take out Bosley Toss with the Coalescence. Static's going to go down and take out Greg as well. And what a fight. Even though both tanks went down, Lennox is going to get back first with those monkey jumps. And we see, once again, approaching final fight territory here. Neither team with any ults online, although Lennox is not too far from his Angry Monkey. Static's not that far from another EMP, and Virologic very close to Death Blossom here. So I think we can expect to see Reaper ult, if nothing else, by the end of this last fight. Flame Chaser's going to charge. He's going to pause and kind of miss there to get their stop and regroup. Flame Chaser getting hacked there. He's going to hold his shield and just kind of wait for something to happen. Lennox goes down. There's Virologic popping the Death Blossom. It's going to take out two. Flame Chaser goes down. Digital Love goes down. Drag is hacked and out of the fight. Down goes Novus. And in overtime, map number 1 goes to Studio 69. What a first round, folks. And here's
we don't know who's dying out there. We just know people are dying.
And tonight's first play of the game is going to be Static on the Sojourn, clicking heads and taking names, and he's all out of names.
This ends now.
There it is. Ooh, right in the noggin. All right, well, that will bring us back to the lobby. And just in time for round number 2, which will be good old-fashioned, I believe it's Escort. I have to check my notes here, because I never remember what the map rotation is off the top of my head. I really should.
So I need a little bit of a lore explained to me right now. Who was the person in No Cap's team picture? Is it just a random man?
So that is a gentleman by the name of Jeff Kaplan, who was the original, I think he was the original lead designer. Thank you, Steck. I appreciate that. The original lead designer of Overwatch, of the game.
He's the guy that was really good and left, right?
He was one of the designers who left. He was very popular among the members of the Overwatch community.
Among us?
Yes, among them, among all of us. He was very popular, and he left Blizzard as a company. At this point, I think it was almost a year ago, maybe a little longer. And he, a lot of people were very sad to see him go because they felt that his leadership allowed a lot of very good decisions that were made in the game, and also he became a bit of a meme in a way that was very, very, very wholesome sort of meme. He's a very wholesome sort of character, and I think a lot of people miss his presence, at least from members of the Overwatch community, as well as just people who like the game. I think they very much saw him as the kind of the face of Overwatch, and without him, it just wasn't the same. So the fact that he is no longer there Is this team name is very much a tribute to that, and also
That
a play on words.
explains why it was a K and no cap. I really just thought they wanted to be cool and throw the K in there. But I see there's actually lore behind it.
No, Flame Chaser is not cool. Let's get that straight. Lovejoy to death, he is not cool. That is simply factually incorrect, and he will watch this later and hear me say that, and I will, I regret nothing. I stand by those words. I'm sorry, Joey, but it's just these are the facts. I am just here to present them. So here
Joey,
we
I
are.
don't know you, but I mean, I gotta go with what my man's saying right now, okay?
All right, so once I do get my act together here, okay, it is week 3. So yes, we are now on to hybrid. The map options will be Hollywood, Kings Row, or Midtown. Okay, and so we see Kings Row is banned, which means the options are Hollywood or Midtown. All right, and yeah, go Midtown, says Flame Chaser. So we are going to go ahead and get that map queued on up here. Just going to wait for the teams to figure out their situation.
So tell me, does it live up to its namesake? Is Midtown mid?
So yeah, it's based off of Manhattan, but like a super futuristic Manhattan. I actually really like this map. I think in terms of design, it's actually it looks very nice. Is it my favorite hybrid map? No. However, I do like it in general. So
That's fair.
I'd say it's like mid plus.
That's how I kind of feel about Priuses. Like, they're not my favorite hybrid, but I mean, you don't have a lot of options to begin with, so they'll do.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of options, we see Killer Lizard has now made an appearance, so they will be subbing in. Lennox will be riding the bench this time, as Zoloft's services are no longer required.
Thank God. We're all waiting for the day when we no longer need Zoloft.
And listen, she's a great support player, but she was a sub since Killer Lizard was unfortunately unable to make it to the match on time, as does happen sometimes. Life do be like that.
So true,
Sometimes
Bestie.
Entering Midtown. Initiating.
Midtown is the best map set in New York that is in Overwatch 2. Well, Steck, listen, that's technically not incorrect. Yes, technically correct. The best kind of correct. Thank you, Futurama. And I really, speaking of which, I'm very excited for when that finally gets released in the new season they're working on. But yeah, look at this. We're in New York. You got your pizza bots. You got
Hey,
your,
I'm walking here.
You got your JJ's Mini Market. You got your Mario's Place with drone delivery, pizza by the slice. You got Lee's Video Mega Store. You got More Bros Industrial Maintenance Supplies. How you doing?
I went to New York for the first time this past spring, and I definitely do not remember the flying cars, but that might have also been because I walked around with my head down and my headphones in the whole time and hoped nobody talked to me.
4, 3, 2,
So, as someone who has been to New York several times,
attackers incoming.
very rarely does anyone actually want to talk to you.
Just the people that you don't want talking to you try to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Speaking of things you don't want, Fire Logic getting an absolute doinker there on Digital Love and on
Oh my
Novus.
gosh.
Being an absolute menace in the air. Down goes Flame Chaser. Bosley tossing on long for this world. Poor Dreg, he's gonna dive up and straight into a rocket, and down he goes. And ooh, DDR Dagenkai getting a little lick on the spoon there.
Wow, no cap really just did that straight out of the gate.
Yeah, they
Keeping the
just
streets of NYC clean. Somebody's got to do it.
You know, so we see a big plays there by and Static now, and a huge purple coming up from DDR. Daikin Kai, Firologic gonna follow up on that in short order here. We see now Dreg gonna go on the Echo here, and that's gonna take out Firologic. Stupid Ed though, taking out Flame Chaser. Novus is gonna go down as well, so it's just Dreg. He is purple, he is low, and down he goes, but they also don't have Killer Lizard, so that is going to lose them the opportunity of the res there. So right now, Studio 69 just kind of has to be back on point, playing safe, chilling out. The good old Sigma there, just hanging out with his toes fully on display. For those of us who wish to see them. And we see, oh, a big rock there. Didn't manage to get the value he wanted, though. And we see now the aerial battle once again begins as Firologic. Oh, no! We see the shatter coming up from Flame Chaser. The barrage follows up, Flame Chaser goes down, Drake's gonna finish off DDR, Daikin Kai. Drake did finish off Firologic, but McStupid is gonna take out Digital Love. He's nanoed and he's trying to make something happen, but there's not a whole lot he can do as he's basically by himself, lands the rock, but down he goes to the Helix rocket of McStupid Head. And what a take, really just scrapping their way through that fight. It looks like No Cap, oh no, it will not quite pull it off as we see Static stalled for just a second there, but down he goes. And that will leave his team staggered as part 2 of this map goes into effect here as they push the cart through streets. Flame Chaser and Dreg getting some nice pick there as they are pushing up extremely far. McStupid Head caught out very much alone. And we see Static and Killer Lizard just trying to hang on together, trying to survive. The duo of the two of them. And now Killer Lizard very much out in the open. The tack visor gets popped, but it's not going to get any kills right away as everybody managed to get into hiding there. Trying to get Firologic, who swaps now to the Reaper. But that pocket there from Killer Lizard is going to keep Firologic in the fight. But Flame Chaser just positioning himself very aggressively here. No Cap just not letting Studio 69 getting any kind of space here. And Bonsley Toss is going to get the only one getting picked up by that ult, and he just pops beat. No luck there for getting any value off of that. Firologic takes out Dreg, who was in the process of ulting while copying, but Novus is just popping off right now on the Soldier 76. Firologic to take out Dreg, but that wasn't going to do quite enough as we see No Cap just creating all kinds of space for Digital Love to just scoot that cart right on up to second point here. And we are now on to the Grand Central Station indoor phase here. And now Flame Chaser just swinging away once again. McStupid Head swapping onto the Reinhardt here. And he's going to get charged and just smackified. But the Kiriko Bell there is going to save his life and allow him to get out. And now DDR Daikin Kai trying to get out himself here. As he was in a bit of an unfortunate circumstance there. McStupid Head's going to get nanoed. And now the rest of No Cap will just speed right away. Bonsley Toss just carting Flame Chaser out of range of McStupid Head, who's not really able to get any value off that nano. Since there's no one in front of him, Flame Chaser going to charge away from him and into the wall, trying to pick off one of the supports who was a little out of position there. In comes the Coalescence now from Digital Love. The Static's going to finish off Dreg, though, as he pops the overclock. Flame Chaser getting slept out of his ult, but still managing to take out McStupid Head in the process here. And we see Firologic's gonna pop the Death Blossom. It's gonna take out 2. A huge play. He's gonna follow up with the 3rd kill and Bonsley Toss there. And finally, Studio 69 is able to stabilize. And here we go. Finally, a little bit of breathing room for Studio 69 after a very harrowing few minutes there.
You know, I'm very impressed that you're able to, like, call out everything that's happening on the screen, because to me, I'm just like, ooh, that's a pretty shade of orange that they're shooting. They're like, nice. I love the color purple.
Oh no, McStupid Head shattering right into his shield. You hate when that happens as a Reinhardt player, but you just can't let it bother you, and you see he does not. Gonna charge right to the side, take Flame Chaser out of the fight. The beat comes out, and now, unfortunately, it is not quite enough as Novus is in the back line. He's gonna take out 2 with the tack visor, and a 3rd with the Helix rocket. It's just Firologic and McStupid Head. Firologic goes down. McStupid Head's gonna charge back towards his spawn, trying to get to his supports, but Dreg on the Torbjorn says not today. And he is going to have to just wait for him to respawn like everyone else. The Torb turret now on cart. is going to allow them a lot of extra space that they're able to make here as as Flame Chaser just pushing up very close here. Bonsley Toss actually getting a pick there on Fire Logic. And here's a big shatter from Flame Chaser, followed up by the Molten Core from Dreg. McStupid charges in, but he just gets melted by the hot cummies, and that is round number 1 in the bag for No Cap with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
All right, well, honestly, if you are Studio 69 right now, that was definitely a rough round. You pulled it together on third point. 2 minutes and 10 seconds is not an insurmountable time bank to beat, but it is definitely tricky.
No Cap came in and they were like, we can't be made looking like a fool again, starting off strong.
It's like that famous George W. Bush quote, you know, it's a fool me once, shame on me.
You
Fool
know,
me twice, you won't get fooled again.
you said that, and I really thought you were referencing, like, the first thing I thought of were those fake George W. Bush tweets that have been up today from, like, the not actually verified accounts.
Oh yeah, like the good old Twitter blue, or whatever it's called. Yeah, I've been following some of that on Reddit, and it's just comical. Like
Truly.
I almost want to, for any of you Doom Eternal fans there, I just want to make it almost makes me want to get on Twitter to make a fake Marty Stratton account and tweet a bunch of things about how sorry he is for ruining the reputation of Mick Gordon. And for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, honestly, probably for the best.
I
Really
have no
just sucks.
clue what's happening at any point in time, so I can confirm I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm just assuming that you're valid for that.
DLDR, a large game studio, ripped off an extremely talented and well-loved composer by the community of a game series that they made, and
Oh
and it's just now coming to light exactly how much they ripped him off, and people are upset about it. Meanwhile, speaking of being upset, we see the Sim coming out and a Bastion between Dreg and Static here. So just cheese-tastic comps, and we see Fire Logic on his trusty Genji now on this attack as McStupidhead and company just go running around finding people to smack the crap out of. And there we go, a very solid first point take for Studio 69. Static did die in that fight, but he's going to teleport himself right back here. And look at that. What a clean first fight for Studio 69. Like I said, you know, that first round was a little rough for them, but they got their act together. And now it's just a matter of, you know, just you take a breath and you make it happen. And we see they're going to do just that here.
I'm going to be honest with you. I did not realize the car on this map was a little fire truck, so I'm very excited at how cute this is.
What's even better is if at any point the one team stops pushing the fire truck for long enough, it backs up and it makes that little truck backing up noise, the little beeping noise.
Beautiful. Love that.
Honestly, it's true game design at its finest. Oh man, Kill a Lizard getting the unfortunate end of that shatter, but McStupid is gonna respond and get Bonsley Toss and can take out Novus as well. Get Dragon Blade comes up from Viral Logic, and what a team wipe!
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't even see that block, but, you know, McStupidhead, not a Reinhardt player to be trifled with, folks.
Someone call Netflix, because somebody's going to make an inappropriate and untimely series about the deaths that we just witnessed there.
Honestly, Flame Chaser thought he had them all in the bag, and then McStupidhead just kind of turned around and said, no, you. And there you have it. They managed to push the cart, but right now there's a lot of sort of shifting around here as Studio 69 is trying to push the cart, but No Cap had control of that high ground, which is making it hard for some people to come back. And McStupidhead charges in. Flame Chaser manages to counter it. The Coalescence being directed pretty much directly into him. The Death Blossom's going to come out, and it's going to get 3, or at least 2, I should say, because the Immortality, unfortunately, from Killer Lizard, Greg managed to take that out and take Killer Lizard out. Static did finally finish Greg off, but that is going to be a solid fight win. And, oh man, Static getting taken out late there. So, as you can see, Viral Logic wants to run up and try and make something happen, but he's going to have to wait with the rest of his team as their DPS got a little staggered there.
Every time I hear Death Blossom, I think of the blooming onion Where is that from? Like Texas Roadhouse or something?
Outback Steakhouse.
Outback? Yes.
Outback Steakhouse,
I
yeah.
always think of the blooming onion, or the whatever it's called. So then it's just like I just imagine everyone getting hit with one of those, and it makes my life a whole lot more entertaining.
I mean, listen, I would if I had to die by blooming onion, I think I could live with that.
So true.
I feel like there are far worse ways to go than an avalanche of blooming onions. There's probably better ways, but you know.
But what a cool way.
Yeah. That's what I imagine. Just, you know, a gigantic blooming onion just falls on your head. You know, like something that's, you know, like the truck-sized onion. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. And speaking of this, another competing shatters, but unfortunately McStupidhead not quite able to get the same value because Dreg capitalized on the shatter from Flame Chaser and just dash reset his way to a team kill. Even Flame Chaser admitting that was a little bit weird. And here we go. Once again, Studio 69 is going to have to regroup themselves. We see Static still in the Sojourn here. He's got his ult. Virologic also has Dragon Blade coming up here very soon. Nova's trying to get in position once again. The Genji duel here between Dragon and Virologic is certainly exciting to watch. Two very skilled DPS players making a lot happen here. And here comes the Sojourn ult from Static. He's up high. And here comes the Dragon Blade to counter it. Static goes down. Drake gets hit by a rock, and McStupidhead says, not today. And that is going to allow his team to stabilize a little bit here, but right now they are still backing off as they are down a member, and Flame Chaser just has free reign to walk straight forward into the team. And here comes Virologic, going to pop a Dragon Blade of his own. Down goes Novus. Down goes Flame Chaser. And so finally, with a solid team wipe there, Studio 69 is going to get that cart moving back in the direction they want.
You know, what are the legal ramifications of interfering with an emergency vehicle right now? Because every time these fights break out, this poor fireman can't get to the fire that he's looking for.
You know, I was going to say, I feel like the Stack makes a good point. I don't know that the law is really the same, considering you're allowed to just carry a katana around in public.
It's true.
In a
This
major
is
city.
Blizzard. I forgot.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, and logic doesn't necessarily apply to them. And speaking of logic, Flame Chaser just dropping knowledge on these fools with his Reinhardt play, and that is going to stop that push in its tracks. 40 seconds to go. We are very much looking at last fight territory here for Studio 69. They're going to have to get themselves nice and grouped up. Killer Lizard will definitely have Coalescence at least mid-fight, if not early in the fight. Already at 72% there, so she's got the opportunity to make something happen there. And another Shattered Static gets just absolutely flattened by the hammer of Flame Chaser. So that is big unfortunate. DDR Daikenkai is going to pop the Transcendence to help kind of get things moving here and get his team some space, but down he goes as well. Unfortunately, not quite enough. Here comes the Coalescence from Digital Love. Down goes Killer Lizard as well, so no supports left. And McStupidhead pops the Gravitic Flux, trying to make something happen. Static is back on the Tracer, but has to fade right on out. He's gonna get Flame Chaser with the Pulse Bomb, but it's just not enough. And things are gonna tick down here in overtime. And that is map number 2 going to no cap. A score overall in the match now of 1-1. And here is tonight's second play of the game, brought to you as always by our official, unofficial sponsor, Rondo, the Thirst Mutilator. It's what plants crave. And here we go. That big old molten core just releasing itself all over the point. Oh, he got the hammer out too. The disrespect. Love to see it.
That play of the game really made me want to go out and purchase a Butterfinger. God.
I mean, listen, if that doesn't, then I don't know what would. Maybe if it was the molten Butterfinger core or something. Just giant flaming Butterfingers shooting out of his claw.
Hell yeah.
All right. So with that, tonight's third map will be Push. So we have our options of Esperanza, Coliseo, and New Queen Street. And they will ban Esperanza. So that means We have the options of either New Queen Street or Coliseo. I have a feeling they'll probably pick Coliseo, but I don't necessarily have anything to back that up aside from a guess. So we will wait and see. Just chilling.
Oh, Jonah, I have to ask, when you cast these games and you're also playing in the league at the same time, how does it make you feel watching other people play when you yourself know your team is getting absolutely dogged this season? Like, let me just be candid about it. How is it? Do you strategically watch, or does it just feel bad all the time?
So I think it's not necessarily, I try not to think it in terms of, oh, my team didn't beat this team, so it sucks to see them winning or something like that, or or that team's losing, and why didn't we beat them? It's I definitely do watch these games and say to myself, okay, that's interesting to at least know these are the kind of comps that they run. We played Studio 69 in our very first game and we beat them. No Cap, however, we haven't played against yet. So this is nice because we know kind of who are the threats, what do they play, what
Take
can we
notes.
expect out of them. Yeah, it helps you take a
I
little
see.
notes.
Oh
And
yeah.
for me, I've been in this league as long as Hunter has, if not longer. So to me, it's just like whatever you won. You can't expect every season for your team to be the best. Somebody's going to be at the bottom of the standings,
It's true.
and it's just a matter of kind of you just take you roll with the punches.
Of
Say it's
course.
okay.
And I've really enjoyed watching your game so far. I think Hunter is kind of used to just being at the bottom in general. So I don't think it's really uh it doesn't really feel very different for Shushi right now at this point in the season. So
That's fair. And for what it's worth, I know he's been on teams that have been absolutely monstrous because I've played against him in other seasons. I can think of if I'm not mistaken, it was his team, Disciples of Dimitri.
oh
That,
yes.
that
I've
was
heard so much lore about this team.
Yeah, Disciples of Dimitri was a terrifying team to play against. They were insanely stacked, and Hunter will remember this very well because that was the season that for some reason I just got a 4K as Junkrat like pretty much every game I played,
Wow.
and one of them was a game. I think the first time I did it was a game against his team where we I was gonna say we were playing on Hollywood and we were very much about to lose a round, and I launched a tire from this one hiding spot on third point at the very end of third point and just murdered them all, and we managed to stop them from full capping. And
Oh my gosh.
he kind of hated me for it.
I've heard so much about Disciples of Dimitri, and it's so funny to me, considering the amount of times we have to stop Dimitri, the actual cat, from drinking out of the toilet. It is a
See,
daily occurrence.
so here's the thing: my cats do the same thing, and I've just kind of accepted that they're going to do it.
See, we have all these he has a nice fancy water, automatic water, but he's just like, no, I would rather drink out of the toilet. So for a
As
while there, we were just like, fine, do it, whatever. But he's gotten pretty insistent on never drinking water unless it's out of the toilet now.
Well, you see, now you've just what was I going to say? That's damn custom game not cooperating with me. Anyway, the one thing what I can say with cats, um, in general, is just that they just kind of do things, and you just deal with it.
Same.
All right, so we're
Same.
moving some members, Studio 69 around. We're going to see Static going on to tank. We're going to see Lennox jumping in on DPS here with Virologic. And we're going to see supports remaining the same.
You know, I found out the other day that Vero is 14 years old. And I gotta admit, it is pretty cool that they are popping off as well as they are in this league so far.
Yeah, he's a friend of Blue's, who I think you probably met by now.
Blue actually saved my family from a burning building, and actually just like was able to save me from the jaws of death.
I'd believe that, except I know that he lives in Delaware, not far from me, and I'm gonna call bullshit on that story.
You know, do not underestimate the power of Blue. He will find you.
I mean, he has my address. He's more than welcome to come here and visit me. He lives like an hour in Delaware. Like, I invited. I would love to meet him in person. I'd love to meet a lot of people from the league in person, and I've met some of them actually over the years. In like the one grand finals event in Philadelphia, Hunter was here for that, and some other people as well.
Yes, I remember.
The famous tattoo incident that we will constantly remind him of until he gets the tattoo. We will never stop reminding him. So here we go. Round number 3 at Colosseo is underway. We see Static on tank now. He's going to run that Monkey. We see Lennox running the Reaper here. And we've got Virologic on the Sojourn. So very much the meta comp here from Studio 69. Static and Virologic going to get some good early kills there. Flame Chaser did manage to take out Lennox, but the advantage still in favor of Studio 69, at least in terms of numbers right now. We see Digital Love and Bonsley getting caught out in the back as Flame Chaser charges in and tries to help his team, but Bonsley already out of the fight. So the robot is going to now start pushing the barricade in favor of Studio 69, and oof, Killer Lizard getting caught by that fire strike there. That is about to hurt.
Just fell over. Rest in peace.
But Digital Love did get taken out, so that is a good stagger for Studio 69. It's going to allow them to get some more space that they will definitely need, get some more robot progress here. You see Lennox floated up there, tried to get some action, but Dreg said no thank you. And Virologic with the headshot on Dreg. Just kind of floated up there, doinked them, and bailed out. But unfortunately, Flame Chaser still managing to get some point presence here. He did push the robot back a little bit. He gets the shatter off anyway. Nova's taking out Lennox with the total mayhem in the meantime. Oh man. If you're Lennox, you gotta be a little bit mad about that. At this point, it's like, that ability of Junkrat's been in the game for so long. You gotta kind of shake your head and be like, dang, that really happened, didn't it? And there we go, Flame Chaser just smacking them hard. And that is gonna flip the point, and they're gonna start pushing their robot. Fortunately, not much capture progress for Studio 69, so they're probably gonna have to win quite a few fights to gain progress here, as at this point they're just looking to take the robot back, as it is very close to hitting the goal mark there, and there it is. They do manage to hit it. They contest just in the nick of time, actually, about a meter or two short. Static's gonna pop the Angry Monkey, and that's gonna pull the robot the other direction. Down goes Dreg. See, Flame Chaser's still alive, but he's probably not gonna last much longer. He's gonna just charge in and try to take someone with him, but he does not succeed. Down goes Flame Chaser. Digital Love's gonna pop that Coalescence, and they're probably gonna want that back, as Virologic's gonna just railgun them down. And now Static's gonna go ahead and get some nice aggressive positioning there with the Monkey, but Dreg is gonna kind of plug away at him a little bit, so he's gonna have to back out and get some cover. You see now the robot once again making some push progress here. And here comes the rally from Bonsley. Dreg getting taken out early there by Virologic is definitely going to hurt their chances of making anything happen with that fight, though. We see the Kitsune Rush comes out. The Flame Chaser Shatter is going to stop it in its tracks, but down he goes still. Bonsley is off on the side by himself, trying to make something happen. With Digital Love there trying to keep his fellow support alive, but it's not going to last long. And the cart continues to trundle forward. That robot just pushing that barricade as fast as his big, clunky legs will allow him to.
Can confirm they are, in fact, very clunky.
Here we go. We see, looks like Kill Lizard's going to be the one hanging out with Kevin down there on the barricade as they try to make something happen here. And ooh, down goes Flame Chaser. He jumped in, but the rest of his team wasn't quite with him. We're gonna see competing overclocks coming out. We're gonna see who comes out on top there, and it looks like it will be Studio 69 as Viral Logic gonna finish off with a nice little pickoff there on Novus. Oh, hello, robot. I didn't know you could say hello to the robot.
You can.
That is so adorable. You can say hello to him.
That's so cute. I love him.
Thanks, Overwatch, for making those cute little interactions. Now,
Thanks, Bungie.
Bungie. Oh man, Viral Logic getting flattened by Flame Chaser. The man has been a absolute menace tonight with his charges. Lennox pops that Death Blossom and manages to stall, but not to get any kills. And that is going to be a team wipe. Ooh, with a very late pick there on DDR Daikenkai. So for right now, Studio 69 definitely happy with their capture progress.
Our
But
little
they're-
robot is running back.
They've got to run that little robot all the way back. Dreg is hiding, waiting in the wings here. The rest of his team, and Viral Logic's going to pick him out. They're going to try and take that duel here. He gets the railgun shot off there, but doesn't get anything with that. And Flame Chaser, in the meantime, is going to get the big shatter. Still takes out Killer Lizard. The beat from DDR Daikenkai came in just a little bit too late. But we see Lennox and company trying to make something happen here, but right now, there's just kind of two fights happening here, and Static and DDR Daikenkai are kind of off on their own. And so Flame Chaser and Bonsley Toss are just going to push that cart. Now Viral Logic basically by himself here. Did eventually get Killer Lizard back up with them, and oh, another fire strike. Down goes Novus though to Viral Logic, but it's not going to matter much because Dreg helped clean up that kill, and they're still very much staggered now. Studio 69 is, so that is going to hurt them here as that barricade makes its way up to second point and up to evening out the capture progress here. Static and company now dropping in on the cart. Flame Chaser is going to push Static off the side and go right along with them. But Static's going to jump out. So Flame Chaser doesn't actually get the kill point and it just ends up dying instead. He claims there was a wall there, but I think once you go off the map, the walls no longer matter. But it's okay because Drag is still popping off here. Popping the Genji Blade and just getting those dash resets, trying to make something happen.
I didn't know Winston could fly.
He's got a jetpack, so he can just jump real far.
Wait, does he actually?
He does. Yeah,
That's
he just
so cool.
It's like that one episode of Samurai Jack. He jumped good. I don't know if that's too dank a reference for all of you out there, but yeah, it's the one episode of Samurai Jack where he meets all the monkeys in the forest and he learns how to jump. Yeah,
Love that.
Great episode. Dude, Novus with the early Death Blossom. Viral Logic just gonna kind of doink him in the head. Not in the head, but still doink him pretty hard with a railgun. And here comes the Kitsune Rush. It's gonna allow Studio 69 to start pushing that robot again. Down goes Bonsley Toss. Here comes Static just diving right on in, trying to get Digital Love out of the fight as well. And we see he's going to succeed in that effort despite Drag peppering him with shurikens. See now Viral Logic and DDR Daikenkai jumping up there, just making DDR's life hard. The shatter coming up from Flame Chaser. Here comes the Death Blossom from Lennox. That's going to take out two, following up on Flame Chaser there. And the robot now once again pushing that barricade. And Studio 69 extending their lead here with about 2.5 minutes left to go in the game. So in the map, I should say. Now at 100 meters capture progress. And No Cap's going to push on forward here, trying to make something happen. Flame Chaser's going to dive right in. Flattens Lennox against the back wall there. Viral Logic now his next target's going to take him out as well. Flame Chaser just trying to make something happen here. Static goes down, but DDR Daikenkai's going to take out Flame Chaser. But both tanks are down and very much down in numbers as Studio 69 is going to lose that fight, but not before getting a considerable amount of extra capture progress there, shaving a good 30 seconds off the clock. And quite a few fights that No Cap needs to win back to back to back in order to match and then beat the capture progress of No Cap of Studio 69 here. Here we go, the robot once again being contested down to a minute 40 seconds here. Static's gonna dive in, but so's Flame Chaser. Drake's gonna pop the Dragon Blade. We see the beat coming out from DDR Daikin Kai, keeping his team in the fight. Virologic eventually goes down, but not after much slashing and hacking, but Dreg does get finished off by DDR Daikin Kai there. And there comes a shatter from Flame Chaser. It's going to take out Lennox immediately. And here comes a Coalescence being following up there from Digital Love. He's going to try and keep Flame Chaser in this fight. The Angry Monkey from Static is going to just bully Digital Love away from his tank. Unable to help anyone. Killer Lizard goes down to Flame Chaser. DDR Daikin Kai gets booped instead of vacuumed by the pin. And down goes Flame Chaser. Static dives back in. Static is very low though, so he's going to get picked off by a combination of Novus and Bonsley Toss there. And now Dreg and Novus are going to kind of do what they can to just get the frontline progress here. And Lennox is going to get taken out by Dreg. Now Dreg just bullying DDR Daikin Kai there on the high ground.
Oh my gosh. He had the high ground too. Imagine.
Yeah. Imagine just not being able to Obi-Wan Kenobi your way out of that fight.
My man's got Anakin.
Indeed. And we see it's last fight territory here. 24 seconds left on the clock and about 30 meters left. Force no cap to push in order to make this happen here. And here comes the Death Blossom from Novus. It's going to take out Static. That is a huge pick, taking the tank out of the fight. Killer Lizard and Lennox getting followed up on as well by Flame Chaser. The Shatter comes out, doesn't get anyone immediately. Down goes Novus. Virologic tries to make the hero play and make something happen. The beat comes out from DDR Daikin Kai, but it's not enough as Flame Chaser just follows up, swinging that hammer. The cart is trundling forward. We see, we get a pause as Novus disconnects.
The suspense.
Oh no.
This is real gameplay.
That is extremely unfortunate because we did know there was a chance that Novus's power was going to go out. And that is just big unfortunate for No Cap here. Because they do have a sub in Phantom Tones who they can bring in. But at this point, I don't know if he'll actually be able to make it there in time to get back to the point.
Oh, is this the guy that gets the belly rubs?
Yes, this is Bronson, the very famous Reaper player and Cassidy player of many and previous 5v for Overwatch League game notoriety. And we do give him belly rubs in chat. I believe the goal is 100 this year. And we just got one. How about that? Oh, we also do have
I can say one nice thing about Shaka Khan.
Go for it.
All right. Shaka Khan, if you're out there right now, this is Michelle talking directly to you. Shaka Khan, I just want you to know that you're a great motherfucking friend to all the homies in this league, including me, even though I just joined the Discord. But you're a real one.
And that is pretty much all you ever need to know about Shaka Khan and the impact he's had on this league over the many years of his tenure, of which I've been present for basically all of them.
And I joined the league 5 minutes ago.
And hey, Shaka is a true homie. Yakety Tech over here trying to flame AJ like he has.
A hype train.
Yo, we have a hype train. And I see we even got a gift sub that Liam Griffin gave to a friend of his, and they continued that sub that they got from Griff.
What the heck?
So, Base Daniels, thank you for continuing the sub. And look at that. We've got ourselves a hype train. Or not a hype train yet, but we are very close.
Choo-choo.
All right, and
electricity dip, Sanchez.
That is absolutely rude, sir.
All right, and we're back. Oh, there's so much chaos happening on my screen right now.
Oh no, Lennox pops the Death Blossom. It's gonna get two. Drag's gonna come in. He's gonna kill Lennox. He's trying to make the hero play. Virologic is there trying to make something happen as well. Virologic takes out Flame Chaser. It's just Drag on point versus Virologic.
Oh gosh, the flip's not enough.
The flip is not quite enough. We see Phantom Tones is back. He's on the soldier. He's trying to make something happen. He pops the heal pad to keep himself in the fight. But Static is there. It's a 3v1. And the robot pushes itself back. And there we go. Studio 69 wins map number 2 in an epic photo finish. Honestly, if you're no cap, you gotta admit that's the best of a bad situation and drag with tonight's 3rd play of the game. And there it goes. Just right click, dash, right click. What more could you need? Top tier Genji plays.
Know a whole lot about. I don't know a whole lot about the characters in this game, but I do enjoy it when I can play a character and only press one button for the entire match.
Well, with that Genji there, he was pressing at least 2.
See, that's
Genji's...
too big brain for me.
Yeah, I feel you. That's why I play Junkrat. You press 1 button.
Is that okay? Is that the guy with the chain?
No, that's Roadhog.
Oh, okay. I always get Junkrat and Roadhog confused.
So Roadhog
because they just sound similar.
Roadhog is the big fat one with the hook. Okay. And Junkrat is the small cackling one with the grenades.
Oh, is he the twink?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Bet. I know who's who now. Yo, a hype train for real this time? Huge. Bardo continuing his sub. Massive W for this channel. As we all know, the PMA Overwatch League is on the brink of death. So if you don't give us your money, we're gonna go out of business. This is coming from someone who has no idea how this league works internally.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we just we try to make things happen. Oh, and Stack gifting a tier 1 sub to 11th Ornament, aka Sid, aka Grey Pilgrim.
Oh, I know Sid.
Yeah, that's his little D&D channel. So thanks for the gift sub, Stack. We appreciate it. And I just want to point out that they've gifted 14 subs to the channel.
14 subs? That's one more than 13.
And that's like a lot. That's a lot of munners. That's like several munners.
You know, I would like to give credit to myself for this hype train tonight because I'm never here and now I'm here.
Yeah, you know what? I think there's something to be said for the fact that we now have a hype train and we're about to beat our last record.
Really?
We're 50% of the way to beating that record as of right now.
You know, I've been telling Shushi this whole time, if you put a woman in charge of this league, things will happen. Even though it's a fraternity league, but still, you just need one woman in charge and things would go great.
I mean, who knows? Anything is possible. And kill a lizard, yeah. Hell yeah, girl power. Exactly.
Yeah.
She knows what's up.
We absolutely love women in this league.
100%. Okay, we need one small lineup switch here. So we are going to move some people around once again for Studio 69. We've got McStupidhead coming back in to play some tankety-tank action. Lennox going to go back on the bench. We're going to see Static on to DPS. We've got our lineup switch, and it's Rialto time, folks.
Welcome to Rialto.
The league sings a serenade over Discord. Okay, Bardo. I mean,
That one sent me.
Dig up my necklace for games. Empowerment Cup who? That's an interesting thought, Fox McCumulus. Maybe we can throw that in there. We'll get City Owl back. She was actually on a team that I captained. I don't know if you know City Owl or not, Mix, but she is Fox M's wife, and she was on the team that the first team I ever captained in the Find Me Off Overwatch League, the Magic Bang Bus.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a name.
Yeah. And yeah, that was the whole thing. Flame Chaser now asking Static. It looked like trying to figure out what happened with that pin where he ended up killing himself.
Look, I don't know a lot about this game, as I've said, but when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I've seen enough movies where they try to prolong someone's life, if it's their time, and it just never works out, and you just become a zombie.
You know, that's also kind of a theme in Overwatch too, because Reaper's an example of what happens when you bring people back from the dead, and then they just kind of suffer. Oh, Bonsley toss with the boop on Killer Lizard into the drink. Oh, man.
No.
Oh, and Phantom Tones with a big pick there on McStupidhead, so he's just gonna get those big old Reaper shotguns and just stuff them. And just stuff them right into somebody's face. And, you know, he's pretty good at that. So, here we go. It looks like Studio 69 gonna just regroup themselves a little bit. Virologic and Static getting a little bit of a change up here. Static going on to the Soldier, and the charge off the map, and Flame Chaser stops short and just yeets McStupidhead into the water, and down, big shatter coming out. Static getting booped off by Bonsley toss. And another boop on Virologic. The environmental kills absolutely disrespectful, and I am here for it.
You know, you would think that for all of these characters, at least some of them would know how to swim. Unfortunate that they do not.
Yeah, well, in McStupidhead's defense, he's Reinhardt. He's wearing what is probably like a literal ton of metal. So swimming probably isn't really built into that suit.
Valid.
As far as Static, as far as Soldier 76, no excuse. He's basically a Marine on steroids. He should know how to swim.
Oh, I'm sure they teach that in Marine school. Marines in the name, hello.
There you go. And we see here now Flame Chaser getting a little boxed in as his team got circled around by Studio 69. He's going to just charge McStupidhead into a completely different location and just run away. The cart's not being pushed, so Static's just going to take care of that. And meanwhile, the beat comes out from Bonsley toss to keep his team in the fight, but Flame Chaser had already died. This fight is just taking so many weird turns that I'm just not expecting. McStupidhead goes down to drag on the Sojourn here. I'm not sure.
I really felt like we just had like a Scooby-Doo moment where everybody is running. It's like that running montage over the entire map.
Yeah, and they just all ran into and out of different doors, and then just kind of randomly showed up, and we're like,
exactly.
Oh. It's like the three Spider-Mans meme.
Yes.
Oh, and speaking of question marks, a big shatter there on McStupidhead, and Phantom Tones is gonna help finish that off, courtesy of Flame Chaser. And there's a lot going on right now. I can't even really call it all out because these fights have just been literally the most chaotic things I've seen tonight, or in any game I've casted in a while. Like this, I feel like these team fights are somehow coordinated and yet completely just without any brain cells whatsoever. I have no idea what's happening or what anyone is thinking. It is literally just happening. Oh, and the shatter coming up from McStupidhead unfortunately gets blocked. Phantom Tones goes into the back line of Studio 69. He's going to get some good kills that way. McStupidhead and Flame Chaser both going to get charge kills there. God. Static just kind of falls off the side, and a team kill ending up being the result there in favor of No Cap. So with 30 seconds to go, unfortunately not that much capture progress for Studio 69 here. They've really got to make something happen here. They've got beat, they've got Dragon Blade. Drag does have his ult, but that's and it looks like Flame Chaser will have shatter in mere moments here. Here comes the beat. Flame Chaser pops the shatter. Drag takes out Static. Flame Chaser gonna take out McStupidhead again and just yeet him right off the side. Apparently this man has been practicing stopping those shatters short, because that could not just be luck. He has definitely done that before. And we see a very decisive fight win once again for No Cap as round one comes to an end.
They do be capping.
Score.
Well, in this case, they stopped the other team from capping. So No Cap does make sense because they didn't capture the first objective there underneath that little archway. So they are living up to their name of No Cap, because now they don't get to cap.
So true, bestie. Couldn't have said it better myself.
And here we go, round number 2. This time it's no cap's turn to try and cap, but they don't actually have to make a full cap, just a partial.
Just a partial. I'm taking notes.
50.
Just kidding, I'm not.
They have to get themselves exactly 59.01 meters.
Ready
For this little square right here, just just chilling, hanging out. I don't know if Cam's looking at the square that I'm looking at or not. Oh, it's actually a rectangle, a little blue rectangle. And that's what they got to get to. You see, McStupidhead's going to run the Sigma. We're going to see Virologic on the Junkrat. Honestly, love Junkrat on this point. Static's going to run the Bastion. So they're just going to go for huge amounts of damage, especially with that Sigma, the Zenyatta. They've got the Baptiste. Just so much damage. You see, Bonsley Toss throwing the gauntlet down here
3,
for Micah,
1.
aka DDR Daikenkai, saying he's got to get at least 2 boops. I mean, he's playing Zen, so it is theoretically possible that he could do that. The new Zen kick, you can yeet people pretty far backwards. And speaking of yeeting, Flame Chaser just running right on in here. Digital Love's going to go down first. Bonsley Toss gets taken out, but so does Killer Lizard as a Phantom Tones manages to sneak in and get 2 kills there. And he's just going to fade right on out. Virologic is out of the fight, and unfortunately that's a long spawn distance for him to cover here, and Digital Love is just going to help push that cart as they've now created a lot of space for themselves here. And now McStupidhead is just kind of spamming up front there, trying to help make something happen here. We see Flame Chaser just going to dive right into the back line of Studio 69. He's going to get rocked, but down goes Static. Virologic's going to catch Bonsley Toss with that trap. That's why you got to watch your feet when there's a Junkrat about, folks. You cannot expect that to go so easily, and now Phantom Tones loses the 1v1 to DDR Daikenkai, but Flame Chaser's going to run in and help at the last second. He's going to charge in, stop a little short here, and it's just going to be, oh no, he goes down to McStupidhead, manages to just give him a quick little punch to the face with his Dutch hands, but it's still 3 people on that cart, and 269 has got to touch basically right now, because they are going to lose this map. And here comes the Sigma ult. It's going to get 3. Flame Chaser is caught, and Digital Love already gets taken out of the fight. Nobody else is going to die immediately, but it is going to force No Cap to back off here as the payload is mere inches from capping. So a victory snagged from the jaws of defeat there by Studio 69. Seriously a nail-biter right there. And we see now Drake's got his ult. He did get hacked there briefly, so they know that he has it. And now Flame Chaser just walking in, getting so much space. And down goes Virologic. Drake takes one out and pops his ult. There it goes. Down goes McStupidhead. Killer Lizard's Immort is down. The Shatter comes out and takes out Killer Lizard. Down goes Static. It's just DDR Daikenkai on point, trying to stall for as long as he can, but it will not be enough. And that is map number 4. Oh, sorry, map number 3, I should say. In the bag. No, it is map number 4. I can't count. And that goes to No Cap. We are tied at 2 maps apiece. It is going to be a game tonight, folks. And look at that environmental. Kill Lizard just running ring around the rosy action here, trying to escape. So he's just gonna press shift again, and oh, Virologic. I don't even see how he caught him. That was, oh, the poor man. And now
Flame Chaser has been doing a lot of flattening tonight, and I would just like to know, pancake tutorial when? I need one.
honestly,
The other day, I was making pancakes the other day, and I dropped one on the floor, and I think I cried for like 20 minutes.
honestly, that's a very difficult loss to really to deal with. I mean,
It was.
dropping pancakes is just, it's rough. It's really it's definitely a loss you have to mourn in your own time, in your own way.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Of course, anything from my friends. And with that said, last map is Lijiang Tower. So we're back to King of the Hill here.
That's my favorite anime.
It is technically just an American anime. All right, and we're going to have some more lineup changes here from Studio 69. Big Stupid Head is going to be back on the bench here. Lennox going on DPS. Static back on tank. The map is Lijiang Tower.
This is really exciting for me right now because I feel like we're kind of in the final stretch now, and this has been pretty neck and neck so far. I feel like of the matches that I've been able to catch so far this season, it's either been like one way or the other, but this has been a pretty good battle from both teams.
Yeah, this is, I think this is the first game this season to go to 5 maps, which definitely, like you said, has not been the theme. It's usually been a 3-0 or maybe you get a 3-1, but to go to all 5 maps is definitely has not been a common thing this season in the first, I guess, 12 or so games that have been played.
Well, I'm glad I got to be here for an exciting one at least.
Yeah, this has been a very close match. Both teams coming and just giving it their best. Really strong showings for everybody.
I have never seen a stronger 69 in my entire life.
Really? Never in your entire life? Because if that's true, then Hunter's got some explaining. And here we go. Virologic and company gonna just teleport themselves right out with that Symmetra. See Static on the Reinhardt here. And here we go. We got things already started. Sims on both sides. Here, Daikenkai gonna get picked off early there, which is going to hurt for Studio 69 as they're down one already. Down goes Flame Chaser, down goes Static. Virologic is out of the fight. So it appears the Sim comp of no cap is going to allow them to cap to start things off here. We see Dragon the Pharah, which especially on this particular Lijiang map, this Lijiang Garden, is really strong. She has lots of open space to work with. So I think we're going to probably see either Lennox or Virologic swap, and there it is. Yeah, Lennox going to get the Soldier 76. Virologic going to stick with the Symmetra, which is definitely not a bad pick on this map, or any of the Lijiang maps, really. You can see here, right now, with NoCap having point presence, that does make it hard, because they do have to keep an eye on those Sim turrets. With both between the slow and the damage, it is a lot to contend with. And we see Virologic getting picked off early there by Dreg. So that's going to be another difficult fight, and Static is going to go down here. Down goes Lennox, down goes Killer Lizard. It's just DDR Daikenkai, and oh, he got booped by Dreg.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, that has gotta hurt.
You know, this is what I like about this team. They're red, which is technically just darker pink. And it's also a really great Taylor Swift album. So things are looking good so far.
Interesting. That's the kind of hard-hitting analysis we like to see here in the Find Me Off Overwatch League.
Thank you.
The competing boops! We see Static and Flame Chaser both getting their shatters off. Virologic actually got booped off as well in that little play there by Dreg. Static does manage to take out Phantom Tones. DDR Daikenkai taking a Bonsley Toss, winning the Lucio duel.
It's an absolute touting in chat.
Yeah, Bonsley Toss insisting that Micah teabag him, and I think Micah honestly is just a little more focused on winning the fight than he is on memeing on Bonsley Toss, which I understand. But I also understand Bonsley Toss's desire for maximum meme and just wanting to teabag. And right now we see a lot of ults coming out here. Phantom Tones popping the barrier there. Greg's gonna take out DDR Daikenkai. It's just Static and Flame Chaser having a little Rhine duel. But right now Static is very much by himself, and he is gonna go down. And that is round number 1 going in favor of no cap.
I take back what I said, because that one in particular, that one seemed pretty one-sided, but knock on wood, because we still have however many more to go.
We have 2.
We still have 2 more to go.
Yeah, and this is definitely a situation where, you know, you adjust your strategy a little bit. You know what works, you now know what doesn't. And Lijiang Tower is definitely a map that lends itself very well to very specific strategies, which is why the Sim works so well. You see Lennox, he's going to go straight for the Soldier, which I definitely do not hate here. Especially since we've got... Oh no, he's going to run the Bastion. Also not a bad option. Just shred the Rhine Shield to make him hate his life. Love to see that. See both teams gonna run the sim with Lucio, gonna try and speed in. No Cap is going to get there first again. Kill Lizard once again getting picked off early. Down goes Lennox, down goes Fire Logic. DR Daikenkai did manage to help follow up and get a kill there. Static is still in this, but he is by himself, and now it's literally by himself. He was on point by himself, but now he's actually just alone because DR Daikenkai died there. So right now, even though Flame Chaser died early in the fight, you saw No Cap manage to stabilize. They picked their targets off one by one, and they won that fight rather handily. We see Static now going to go to the Winston here, which I definitely don't hate, into this sim, because it'll allow him to deal with those turrets a little bit more easily than he would on Rhine. And we see down goes Bosley Toss early, so he got caught lacking, and that's going to be a big help for Studio 69 as they dive on in here. And we see Flame Chaser making another big charge there. Doesn't manage to get any kills right away. Down goes Flame Chaser's Fire Logic's going to pick him off. Dear Daikenkai and Kill Lizard, though, going down to Dreg, just absolutely murdering them with the laser beam. Phantom Tone's going to help with a follow-up there. Greg, an absolute madman.
More question marks in chat. The utter disbelief.
Bardo saying this game is just like Valorant. I don't know if I believe that, because I've never really played Valorant. I don't like have a good opinion one way or the other.
I also have no opinion of Valorant. I could not say. All I could say is thank you, Bungie, for bringing us amazing games such as these.
Oh, we see Phantom Tones going down there with some help from Mr. Static. And on that Winston, that's definitely going to help his team out, taking a DPS out of the fight. As Flame Chaser now tries to head back to point. Greg is still there on point. Down goes Flame Chaser here. Greg's now going to jump onto the sim. He's popping the Angry Monkey, trying to get her off the map. But she does manage to stay on, but not for long. He's just going to smack her to death. And now it's just Phantom Tones on the point. He's going to pop the Death Blossom, but he's going to get shot directly in the skull by Viral Logic. And it's just Bosley Toss trying to hang on for dear life. And the point flips now finally in favor of Studio 69.
I am getting whiplash right now from the flips that are happening on this point.
Honestly, this is, I think, what Studio 69 needed. They finally got a chance to stabilize here. We see, though, No Cap getting very sneaky. They teleport right back to point, and they're just all there. And they flip the point immediately because all 5 of them are on the point. The Reaper's going to come out from Lennox. It takes out one. He Kirkwalled as well, so he's got that extra fire rate. Flame Chaser taken out of the fight as well. Phantom Tones goes down. And now in very, very quick recap here from Studio 69, but they are in serious trouble. They are in one fight territory here. So they have to win every single fight that comes up after this one. They cannot lose a fight, because if they do, that is going to be game, set, and match.
They literally
91% capture progress.
They cannot stop 69ing right now for the life of them. It is a life or death situation right now.
They must never stop, never stopping. And speaking of which, the Coalescent comes out, so does the Sojourn. The beat coming up from DDR Daikenkai is massive. Fire Logic takes out Bosley Toss, takes out Dreg. Lennox is going to follow up with a kill on Flame Chaser there. We see Phantom Tones is still on point by himself now as Digital Love goes down, and another solid fight win for Studio 69.
They're doing it. They can do this. Just believe in the 69 as long as you can, and they will get this.
You are... Believe in the you that believes in you. As Kamina would say in Tengen, Toppa and Lagan. Oh, the teleport shatter comes out from Flame Chaser. What a play. Doesn't look like he actually got anyone, but gotta love the respect the mean play there. Flame Chaser is gonna charge Monkey, but not out. You see Flame Chaser taking out DDR Daikenkai. We see a lot of picks coming out here. Static. It pops Angry Monkey trying to hang on, but down he goes. It's just Killer Lizard left. And the point flips with 87% capture progress. Is anyone going to be able to touch? Lennox is there. He pops. He's got the Soldier 76. He's on point, trying to make something happen. Gets flattened by Flame Chaser. Now DDR Daikenkai and Lennox are there. Lennox goes down. It's just that Lucio from Daikenkai. He's trying to make something happen. The Death Blossom comes out from Phantom Tones. The Static goes down. And now it's just Killer Lizard one after the other. They keep falling. And in overtime here, it looks like that will do it. Map number 5 goes to No Cap, and they are tonight's winners. A 3-2 victory. What a photo finish, folks. Honestly, that has been one of the most exciting games I have gotten to cast all season. Both teams played excellent tonight. And look at this Pharah play by Dreg here.
Forgot your parachute?
Oh. Just a masterclass. Love to see
Nasty.
it. And while we still have our viewers' attention, I have been asked to make a very specific plug that I would like to mention, which is that Mixie Yen has got a little YouTube channel that also sponsors our event. So be sure to check them out on YouTube.
Yeah, check me out. It's literally my Twitch name. If you would so like to watch some of my dumb videos, would love that. Thank you for the plug.
Of course, we love to support each other. A lot of us in the league, or at least a decent number of us, do have our own little Twitch streams and stuff that we like to popularize. So thank you
Women
again
supporting women.
Exactly. So, Mixian, first of all, thank you very much for jumping in with me
Thanks for
literally like
having me.
7 minutes before this game to cast with me tonight. It has been a pleasure and a privilege. And again, that's Mix Yen on YouTube. Go check it out and get yourself some exciting content. And as far as the other match, you know what? Let's see if we can watch that. I don't actually know if or when that's happening. So it's happening right now. I don't have access to that custom game, but maybe we can invade. Let's we'll perhaps pause the stream for a second and see if we can come figure that out, and we'll come right back to you here in a moment.
Bet.
Hey, what's up, Overwatch fans? This is Banging My Drums with Mixien and Steck, and we are back bringing you a rescheduled game already in progress. Precious Booty facing down Damn I Love Frogs. Precious Booty currently up 2-0, just having finished up action on Midtown. So we are now going to the push map of the evening, just waiting for the captains to sort out which map that will be. And we've got, looks like it's been quite a strong showing here from Precious Booty so far tonight. Guy Fieri was subbed out there for Shaka Khan for a little while, or rather, other way around. Shaka Khan was subbed in for Guy Fieri while he was elsewhere, but you can see he is in the game now. Was popping in Lindamood on DPS so far tonight, and Beans and Bobinator running support. And for Damn I Love Frogs, we've had some exquisite chem, not exquisite chem tank, but we've seen, I believe, KX running tank tonight.
No,
with
you were correct.
No? I was right with exquisite chem on tank. Okay.
Papa Brown
Thank
Man
you.
had map 1 and Exquisite Chem did map 2.
Well, thank you, Shaka Khan, who has also joined us here in the booth.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Meetings.
Twitch Prime or else.
Yeah, Twitch Prime or else. You heard it here first. We had a hype train earlier, AJ. I don't know if you saw that.
Choo choo.
Good. It's Michelle, guaranteed.
Exactly. You brought 2 titties into this booth tonight, and look what I've done for you.
That's 2
More
more
women
titties
in
than
this
we
league.
ever have in this.
Exactly.
It's like 100% more than we usually have in here.
At least 100%.
Yes. Accurate. You see, Colosseo got banned. So it looks like we're going to see either Midtown or Esperanza. Not
The
Midtown.
other
New Queen Street or Esperanza. So I'm kind of hoping for New Queen Street just because Canada, and for literally no other reason. But we can hope. And there it is, New Queen Street. My boy Minoru coming through in the clutch. And yeah, so that lineup of him and Lazy Turtle, definitely a scary support line. They're strong. They're good at keeping people alive. And I'm sure, knowing KX, he's probably been running quite a bit of Sombra and Reaper tonight. So we'll see some more of that action. I don't really know Papa Brown Man's tank pool, so I'm excited to see what he's gonna bust out on us. And here we go. We're headed to Toronto.
I've never been, but I've always wanted to go.
It's a great city. I definitely recommend not going in the winter just because, you know, lake effect snow, and it's not fun. Even people who
Makes
live
sense.
there, you know, definitely not a winter tourism destination just because that particular city just gets ass blasted with snow. But yeah, I mean, I've gone there several times. Can confirm it's very cool. CN Tower, maybe a little overrated. There's kind of a lot of other things to do besides that, but it is a neat, high place from which you can view things. That being said, we've got KX on the Sombra. As I predicted, Papa Brown Man's going to run the classic German man. Got the Liam Griffin Cassidy, and then a little Bap Zen action on the side of Damn I Love Frogs. Beans and Bobinator are going to run a Moira Kiriko support. Guy Fieri on his trusty Diva. Just to leave us to see what Lindamood and What's Poppin' are going to be throwing at us here. See, What's Poppin's going to run the Reaper, and Lindamood on the Soldier. So here we go. Everybody's heading straight over to Kevin. Try to influence him which way he should be heading. Is he heading for the blue or red barricade? Very important decisions.
Stand still and not do anything.
I mean, honestly, that would be the easiest for everybody, but unfortunately, life is not so simple.
That is unlucky.
And it's funny because these blue and red barricades feel very much like an allegory for society in a way. We have choices that we have to make, and sometimes those choices hurt people. As you can see, KX going down as well as Liam Griffin there. Or not Liam Griffin. Somebody on Dilf got picked off, but I forgot who it was. Liam Griffin, though, with solid Cassidy action here. taking Guy Fieri out of that fight. So Precious Booty's gonna have to back on up here as Papa Brown Man just kind of holds that shield. Oh, it's KX who died. That's what it is.
Now, question: does Liam Griffin have any relation to Peter?
No. So Liam Griffin is related to Spartacus. They are brothers.
Really?
Yes.
The more you know.
The more you know. Although Bonsitos, his sister was in the league for a couple of seasons. But his sister's username is I forget what her username is, honestly.
This is a fun fact I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on a team with her for at least one season, perhaps two.
Wow.
Blue Canary, that's who it was.
Oh, I loved Blue Canary. What a fun person.
Yeah.
I love Blue.
Oh no.
No, not the
Wrong
same.
one.
Not at all. One of them is a toxic gamer who needs to touch grass. The other one is a lovable human being.
I'll let you guess which one.
If you decide. Ooh, big shatters coming out from both tanks here. Guy
gosh.
Fieri got that shatter insanely fast thanks to the nice little tank ult charge buffs there, plus a Kiriko ult. And yeah, just a lot of hammer action as was popping. I mean, popping some people in the head there. Not in the head actually, but you get the idea. I just wanted to make puns about his username because it's so much fun. And you see, KX has got EMP. He is just salivating at the opportunity to use it. Lindamood already used that disruption field there. Oh no, they're just bumping into each other. I don't even know. Does Lindamood know KX is there? Oh no, Lindamood getting picked off early there. Here's the EMP. It's gonna get pretty much all four of them. Here's the high noon from Liam Griffin's gonna take out Bobinator. Guy Fieri, those gonna charge down Liam Griffin. Here comes the tack visor. That's gonna finish off Papa Brown Man. So a serious win from the jaws of defeat there. As I really thought that Dilf had them with that EMP.
Ultimates win video game.
Yeah, it's like you said, Ultimates win video game, and unfortunately, Precious Booty just had more gold in the treasure chest apparently.
It is in the name.
Yeah, they had extra booty with which to work. Let me see. Ooh, KX getting taken out again there by Wasp popping a big shatter coming out from Papa Brown Man. Guy Fieri did die to Papa Brown Man, but Wasp Poppin's gonna follow up with a nice pick there on Minoru. Papa Brown Man just holding that shield, trying to make something happen for the remainder of his team and keep them alive. Lazy Turtle just hanging out there, and that's Zenyatta. See, we've got our support ults here. Papa Brown Man very close to another shatter. See, it looks like they're gonna just walk right in here. I'd imagine they're gonna use that window soon, and there it is. Oh no, Minoru getting picked off by Lindamood right as both of the support ults come out. And I see he still did get the window out, but I'm thinking that probably wasn't where he meant to place it. Another shatter from Papa Brown Man, gets one pick immediately. That's gonna get another pick there on Lindamood. So the transcendence there from Lazy Turtle, absolutely huge in keeping his team in what otherwise looked like a pretty difficult fight to win. And gotta hand it to them, they really managed to pull it together. We see Minoru now going onto the Ana here. We see Brown Man getting a little extra space there with that sort of almost like a little deke charge that he pulled there. Ooh, KX once again. And Lindamood is just clicking on heads right now.
You love to see it.
You love it for him.
You click on games, you click on heads, you run the video game.
Exactly. And here comes another Kitsune Rush. Guy Fieri is going to get to just swing his hammer for free here. And down goes Liam Griffin, but Guy Fieri is going to get flattened there with some help from Minoru. And now the rest of Dilf is going to have to back off a little bit here as they are down a couple. It's just a tank and two supports. Not a whole lot of damage that they can put out compared to the fact that they got that pesky Sojourn from Lindamood. That Minoru unfortunately gets caught out there. Down goes Papa Brown Man as he tried to charge what's poppin'. And once again, Lazy Turtle trying to keep the fight alive here, but perhaps a little bit too late. He does take out Lindamood. And down he goes to Guy Fieri. Unfortunately, tiny little orbs do not beat large hammer.
We've almost taken the lead.
See now, once again, the robot trundling forward. High Noon getting popped there from Liam Griffin. The EMP comes out. We see 2 go down, not almost immediately, but Minoru and KX getting the necessary follow-up there. Bominator did manage to pick off Liam Griffin, but still a solid fight win there from Damn I Love Frogs. And the robot once again heading back forward to push that barrier. And
I do love frogs.
Listen, we had Mana Love Frogs a few seasons ago, and Damn I Love Frogs was just kind of the next logical course of action.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, what's funny is that, oh no, another shatter on a purple
Oh my
Reinhardt.
gosh.
That has gotta hurt. But the Nano keeping Papa Brownman in the fight. But What's Poppin' and Lindemood are gonna get some nice angles there and get several with their ults. We see KX and Liam Griffin going down. What's Poppin' in the backline there, trying to take out Minoru, but Minoru does manage to get out. Lazy Turtle goes down though. So that is gonna be pretty hard times for Minoru as Papa Brownman now out of the fight. He's just got to get his little old grandma booty out of range as best he can. Once again, the robot trundling forward. It looks like Precious Booty will probably be able to get a little bit of extra capture progress here, and they do. That barrier continuing to move forward. See KX floating around in the back line. Precious Booty just waiting for that moment to strike. Gonna get a good hack when they engage. We see Guy Fieri not quite getting hacked there. So KX having to bail out. Does get the hack off this time. And here comes another Kitsune Rush, this time the sentences there out. And we see competing shatters coming out here, but neither one actually managing to land, it looks like, or at least not get any immediate kills, although Papa Brownman was low and purple, and down he goes. Was Poppin' getting taken up by Lazy Turtle, but the numbers advantage still very much here in the favor of Precious Booty as Guy Fieri swinging away there. The cart trundling very close to the final objective here. You see now Papa Brownman's going to push Guy Fieri just all the way across here on this final point. We see both Reinhardts, I think, getting nanoed here. Guy Fieri gets hacked, but Papa Brownman is purple. He's going to charge Guy Fieri, but down he goes, just ragdolling across the map. Lazy Turtle and that Kiriko trying to make something happen. Isn't able to really do a whole lot. To goes down quickly. It's just Liam Griffin on the Tracer, trying to stall, trying to make something happen here. But he's going to get smacked around here pretty hard, and down he goes. It's just KX there on point by himself. Papa Brownman's going to charge back in again. He's there. He's swinging hard. Lazy Turtle is there with him. He pops the bell, but the shatter gets them both. And here comes What's Poppin' with the tack visor. That's going to take out Liam Griffin. And the EMP comes in from KX. It's huge. It gets all 5, but it's not enough of a stall. And that is it. Precious Booty wins with a 3-0 sweep on Damn I Love Frogs.
Unfortunately, the love for frogs just wasn't enough tonight.
The booty was just too precious.
Exactly. When you got a dumpy like that, what more can you do?
You just gotta throw it around.
Exactly.
You gotta
Frogs
throw
can't
that
handle
ass.
that.
Yeah. And you see, speaking of throwing that ass in a circle, Guy Fieri just throwing that hammer absolutely everywhere. Gotta love it. Solid plays. And that will do it for tonight's Overwatch contest. Folks, you get yourselves a little double header there. I want to thank Shaka Khan for joining us here in the booth. And thank you all for sticking around and watching. All 21 of you. We greatly appreciate the support. This is Banging My Drums saying we'll catch you on the flip side.